10th standard. So far we have discussed about unit 10 types of chemical reaction. So now we are going to discuss about the answer for the textbook evaluation. Before that, once again we are going to recapitulate what we have learned. First to see the introduction part, it is given. Chemistry is all about chemical reactions. So chemistry mainly focuses on chemical reactions. So in and around us, so many chemical reactions are taking place. Example, digestion of food, what we eat, and the absorption of nutrients from the earth by photosynthesis, oxidation of iron causes rusting. So there are so many chemical reactions, and now also we learn about the types of chemical reaction based on the rearrangement of atom, combination reaction, and in the combination reactions, two reactants combine to form a single product. And decomposition reaction, which is opposite of the combination reaction, a single compound split into two or more simpler substances. Then single displacement, here there is a rearrangement, displacement of one of the element of the compound reactant by the element reactant to form a new compound. That is called single displacement. Normally highly reactive element displaces less reactive element from its compound solution. Then also we learned about the differences between combination and decomposition. And double displacement, it is simply the interchanging of ions between the reactants to form new products, also called metathesis reaction. And this is also termed into two different categories: precipitation reaction, neutralization reaction. Then classification based on the direction of the reaction, that is the reversible reaction, irreversible. The reversible reaction, that reactant can be reversed. But in the irreversible reaction, reactant cannot be reversed. Then difference between reversible and irreversible. Next, rate of a chemical reaction, that is the amount or concentration of any one of the reactant or product per unit time. Then this rate of reaction is important in the case of designing a process to get good yield of product, and also in the food processing unit the rate of reactions are very important. And factors influencing rate of reactions are nature of the reactant, concentration, temperature, catalyst, pressure, surface area. Then state of equilibrium, that is which is a state of reversible chemical reaction in which no change in the amount of reactant and product. That is a rate of forward reaction equal to backward reaction. This rate of equilibrium is attained only in the reversible reaction, which is carried out in a closed vessel. Then next is the ionic product of water. That is because of the self-ionization or auto-ionization of two molecules to give ions. So two molecules of water ionize itself to form hydronium ion and hydroxyl ion. And because of this hydronium ion, it's going to behave like a acidic natured solution, and it's going to conduct a little amount of electricity. Then the ionic product of water can be illustrated, expressed Kw, that is equal to hydronium ion into hydroxide ion. Then some examples are given. That next see the pH scale, that is pH is nothing but the power of hydrogen ion concentration or the potential of hydrogen ion concentration. Next, when pH is less than 7, those solutions are acidic in nature. pH is greater than 7, solutions are basic in nature. If the pH is equal to 7, the solution is neutral. The pH is nothing but negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. pH is equal to minus log 10 H plus. Some examples are given: acidic nature, basic nature solution. Then also pH of solution can be determined using the universal indicator, which is contain a mixture of coloring agents, dyes. So in the laboratory, school laboratory and all, we use pH papers to identify, to check whether the given solution is acidic or basic or neutral. Then role of pH in everyday life, and our plants and animals pH are sensitive. Normally see the ideal pH of blood is 7.4. If the pH of blood is increase or decrease in this value leads to disease. Then digestive system, the stomach fluid pH value is 2, acidic in nature. Then pH changes cause the tooth decay. The pH of saliva 6.5 to 7.5. So because of the increase of pH value, going to give more acidic in nature, and which going to leads to decay of tooth. Then pH of soil is important to cultivate, to get good yield from the soil. So soil test is essential, whether it is acidic or basic. So citrus fruit require alkaline soil, rice require acidic soil, like that. Then pH of rainwater. Normally rainwater is a pure water, going to have a pH value 7, but because of the contamination of oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, the pH value is going to decrease less than 7. So it's going to be acidic nature, which is called acid rain, and which is very very dangerous for the aquatic life. Then the pH calculation, I post video clippings. You go through, observe, understand the pH calculation. That is pH is the negative log of hydrogen ion. pH is equal to minus log 10 H plus. At the same time, pOH is negative log of hydroxyl ion concentration. pOH is equal to minus log 10 OH minus. Then the next one formula, pH plus pOH is equal to 14. These are the three important formula to calculate the pH value. Then next see textbook evaluation. See the textbook evaluation. First question, see, choose the correct answer. That is hydrogen plus chlorine, H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl, which is these two reactant combined to give a single product. That is a combination reaction. B. Then photolysis is a decomposition reaction caused by photo means light. So caused by light. Option C. Then a reaction between carbon and oxygen is represented by C plus O2 gives CO2 plus heat. C plus carbon burn in presence of oxygen to give carbon dioxide and heat. And this reaction is going to be a combination reaction because two reactant combine, and also carbon burn in presence of oxygen, combustion reaction. And also see, it is a irreversible reaction. The reactant combine to give product will not recombine to give the reactant. So answer, there are that is for combination, combustion, irreversible, all the three are correct. So you have to select the best option, that is D. Then the chemical equation, sodium sulfate barium chloride gives barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. See here that the product barium sulfate downward arrow mark is given, that is going to represent the precipitation. Downward arrow means the product formed is an insoluble solid, that is called precipitate. So it is a precipitation reaction, C. Then which of the following statements are correct about chemical equilibrium? That is it is a dynamic in nature. Forward and backward reactions are equal. Then irreversible reaction do not attain chemical reaction. So first three are going to be correct. So you have to choose the option A, first, second and third. Then a single displacement reaction is represented by X plus 2HCl gives XCl2 plus H2. Which of the following S would be. So X is going to be, S means solid. Solid. Those solid, a solid substance react with the hydrochloric acid to give salt and hydrogen. So zinc can react hydrochloric acid to give zinc chloride. Similarly, magnesium can react to give magnesium chloride. So we have to choose the option, that option D, option D, first and fourth. Then which of the following is not a element compound type of reaction? Which of the following is not? The question is not. You were asked to select the incorrect answer. First, carbon plus oxygen, that is element. Potassium bromine also element. Then D, iron oxygen also element. So third one, C, 2 carbon monoxide plus oxygen gives 2 carbon dioxide. Option C is the correct answer. Then which of the following represent a precipitation reaction? So the precipitation reaction means in the product side, one of the products should be solid. One of the products should be solid. So the reactants are going to be in the form of aqueous solutions. Aqueous solution. So option C, A aqueous solution plus B aqueous solution gives CS solid plus D aqueous solution. Option C is the answer. Then pH of solution is 3, it OH concentration. pH of solution is 3, OH concentration. That is option C, 1 into 10 power minus 1 into 10 power minus 11 m. 1 into 10 power minus, because pH plus pOH is equal to 14. We know the formula. pH plus pOH is equal to 14. pH is 3 means that 14 minus 3, that is going to be 11. Then the powdered calcium carbonate react more rapidly than flaky calcium carbonate because powder substance normally provide more surface area. Because of the large surface area, the reaction is going to be faster. So option A. Then filling the blanks, a reaction between an acid and base. Acid base normally react to give salt and water. That is called a neutralization reaction. Neutralization. The second one, when lithium metal is placed in hydrochloric acid, dash gas. So whenever metal react with acid, metallic salt and hydrogen gas is formed. So what you have to write in the blank? Hydrogen H2. Then the equilibrium attained during the melting of ice is known as physical equilibrium. Because there is no chemical change. It's going to change from ice to water, then water to vapor, then vapor condense again to water, then water again freeze to ice. So this is a physical equilibrium. Then the pH of fruit juice is 5.6. If we add slack lime in this, the pH increase. Slack lime, it's going to increase the pH value. Then the value of ionic product of water is at 25 degrees 1 into 10 power minus 14. 1 into 10 power minus 14. Then the normal pH of human blood is 7.4. Then seventh one, electrolysis is a type of decomposition reaction. There are 3 types of decomposition: thermal decomposition, and that is electrolytic decomposition, then photo decomposition. So electrolysis is a type of decomposition reaction. The number of product formed in a synthesis reaction is 1. Synthesis, that is a decomposition reaction. Then chemical volcano is an example of decomposition reaction. The ion formed by a dissolution of H plus in water is called hydronium ion, H3O plus, hydronium ion. And match the following. See, reaction ammonium hydroxide plus CHCO means acetic acid gives ammonium acetate plus water. See, ammonium hydroxide is a base, acetic acid. So when acid react with the base, salt and water are formed. This is called a neutralization reaction. Neutralization. So first one, neutralization. Then zinc when react with the copper sulfate, zinc sulfate and copper. Zinc is highly reactive than copper. So zinc displays copper from copper sulfate. So displacement. This is a single displacement reaction. Then zinc carbonate on heating split into zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. Zinc carbonate, one of the reactant split, that is a decomposition, thermal decomposition, because decomposition takes place due to heat. Then C2H4 plus oxygen gives 2CO2 plus 2H2 plus heat. Here see hydrocarbon, ethane react in presence of, burn in presence of oxygen. So hydrocarbons normally burn in presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water are formed. This is a burning process. Burning, that is called combustion. Then true or false, silver metal can displace hydrogen gas from nitric acid. Silver metal can displace hydrogen metal from nitric acid. So here silver metal cannot displace hydrogen. Silver metal cannot displace hydrogen because see that any metal that are below hydrogen will not react with the nitric acid. Any metal that are below hydrogen will not react with the nitric acid. So this is a false. You have to write the correct statement. Then the pH of rainwater containing dissolved gas like sulfur trioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide will be less than 7. So these gases only turn the neutral water into acidic in nature. Acidic. That's why we used to call it as acid rain. So the statement is correct. Then at the equilibrium of a reversible reaction, the concentration of the reactant and the product will be equal. At the equilibrium of reversible reaction, the concentration of the reactant product will be equal. This is false. At equilibrium rate, forward reaction is equal to backward reaction. Forward reaction is equal to backward reaction. Then fourth one, periodical removal of one of the product of the reversible reaction increases the yield. That is true. On dipping the pH paper in the solution, it turns into yellow, then the solution is basic. So that is going to be a true. Answer is true. So next see short answers are given. Short answer entirely you have to write in a classwork. You have to write Roman letter 5, 6, 7 and 8. For 8 also I send video how to solve the sums. You can refer and write in a classwork. See Roman letter 5, 6, 7 and 8. You have to write question. Underline the question and write the answer. Write the answer neatly, clearly, and you will be called to submit your classwork. I think next week date will be given. So according to the given date, you have to come and submit, and your classwork checking will be there. So before that you have to finish, and also answers I will send the answer for all these short answer and detail. You have to copy it and go through. And the next test on this lesson, types of chemical reaction. Prepare well and don't waste the time. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you.